This is Mr. Kurtz welcoming you to our third week of distance learning. Going to be continuing distance learning for this week, and we're awaiting more information soon from our superintendent and the governor to let us know what happens next. So we'll continue trying to do the best we can with the content so that you don't have any gaps moving forward. Last week we looked at the electoral system. We finished up the president. We looked at how elections happen. So piggybacking off of that, we're going to look at the current election, the candidates, and the topics people look at whenever they determine who they want to vote for. And hopefully you're going to learn a little bit about the political parties, what they mean, what each side sort of stands for, what the terms liberal and conservative, moderate, those things mean. As always, if you have any questions about what this week is asking, you can send a message through Remind. You can also at any time click on members, click on the person you're looking for, and then off to the right of them there's a gear. And I'll show that to you now. And right here you can click, and if like I click on this person, it would be send message. So if you click on me, Mr. Rico or Mr. Stearman, you can send us a message if you have questions. All right. So this week's materials is the week of April 15th, which is Wednesday, through Monday, April 20th, and I'll explain why I did that. First thing you'll do is open the agenda. You'll watch this video, and it'll explain the 3 activities that you're going to do. You can read the learning targets and success criteria there. All right. Then you're going to click on the first assignment. I side with Presidential Candidate Quiz and Reflection. Alright, and in this video it'll explain the steps, but if you ever need to be reminded, you can rewatch this video, pause, and do what you need to do. First thing you'll do is open up the worksheet, save it to your computer on your desktop, and you can always change the name so that you know you're not sending me back the blank copy, you're sending me your results. Alright, so the worksheet will be opened. Alright, and I've already put my results in here, but I'll show you what I did there. And you're going to go to this website, isidewith.com. Alright, once you are here, the quiz itself is here. You're going to take the quiz. Now the questions are very high level. They're about all the different topics that are affecting our country and our world and the things that presidential candidates have to think about. So some of this stuff might go a little bit above your head. If that's the case, you may always have a parent take this quiz with you, and you can have discussions with them about what these topics mean. But if no one's around, you can always click Learn More. They have a built-in sort of explanation bar for you. I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of questions on here. This is probably going to take you about an hour or so make sure you have enough time to do that. Set aside so that you get the most accurate results. You're only going to do this one time. And again, for your parents, this would be good for them to see because it has other types of campaign matches for them as well. So you're going to answer all the questions. They're broken up into different categories. Should the United States raise taxes on the rich? But you can read that, and then you can simply answer yes or no, or if you click the other stances, it gives you more in-depth answers. All right. And then you would select whatever answer you want to choose. It's all your opinion, whatever you feel is best. Should the government raise the minimum wage? You continue, you continue, you continue. At the end of each category, there are show more questions. All right. Some of them have 20 questions. Some of them have 4. It really just depends how in-depth those topics are. You will answer all the questions on here until you've got to the bottom. Once you've reached the bottom, all your answers are saved. You can skip over these if you want. You don't have to select anybody here. You don't know yet, so skip that. You can select these if you want. What qualities do you care about in a candidate? And then simply hit Show My Results. When you hit Show My Results, it's going to load, and it's going to show you who you matched more with. Now, I'm just going to go to My Results so you can see what it looks like when you're done. All right, so this was mine. I don't know who some of these independent candidates are, so I'm just going to skip down to the 2 that we're looking at. Biden is the Democratic candidate, and Trump is going to be the Republican. So you would use the snipping tool, which is what I did. I'll just show you again that real quick. You type snip, you select the tool, you hit New, and then you go around what you're looking for. So I just want to be able to see the 2 candidates that we know and have talked about. So you would select this, you would hit Copy, and then you would simply paste that onto the worksheet, which is what I did here. Okay. All right, now you're going to paste one more thing here, which is ideologies. I'll show you that in a minute. And then you're going to write a paragraph giving a clear description of what you learned or took away from the results of your isidewith.com quiz. So if the quiz takes you an hour and you copy and paste these things in, if you want to kind of walk away, come back, or just finish, this paragraph might take you another 15 minutes or so. You're going to scroll down and you're going to read through all the information in themes. All right, here's how you compare to the candidates. You side moderately towards collectivism, meaning you believe policy should protect and support the best interests of all citizens. So that's something that I might want to put in my what did I learn? I'm going to read through all of these. You side moderately towards progressive, meaning you believe we should be a nation that values personal freedoms, expressions, diversity. So that's where I'm going to actually learn what does this all mean. Knowing that I match 77% with Biden doesn't teach me as much as these concepts on the screen right here. All right, the star is me. Biden's in there somewhere. Trump's on over there in the purple. All right, he's in the blue here. So you can see why I matched more with Biden, because on these different topics, I was closer to where he was than where I was with Trump. All right, you can continue on and read all of these so that you can understand what it all means. Then there are topics. So these are where you see, all right, I answered 28 foreign policy questions. I didn't strongly agree with anybody. I agreed a little bit more with Biden than I did Trump. Economy. I answered 31 questions. Biden was a little bit higher than Trump again in my economic questions. All right. Healthcare, environment, science, immigration, so forth and so on. So you can start to see, so here's some areas where I was way different. Strongly agreed with these people, strongly disagreed. So that's where you're going to learn. All right. I would put all of that in my paragraph explaining why I didn't match one and why I did, what that means to me. All right. The only other thing from this you'll need to do is in ideologies, you will copy and paste this picture. All right. Most people fall somewhere inside this little diamond. I am the star, and you can see this is where Biden ended up. He answered all the same questions. Trump ended up over here. This is where you see sort of a window of Democrats are usually over here. Republicans are usually over on this side, and then a lot of people fall somewhere in this middle. All right, so I would like for you to paste that on your worksheet as well. That will give you then a picture of your candidates here, the ideology graph there, and then your typed paragraph, 5 to 7 sentences about what you learned here. Save this and then submit it to the first assignment space right here. Okay, all right, then you're done for the day. Hopefully between Wednesday and Thursday, you're able to get those two things done. Then you're going to move on to your debate topic. All right, you're going to open up the second assignment. You're going to open up this worksheet and save it again, change the name. You're going to read the instructions or rewatch this video that shows you the steps. Go back to the I side with, click on polls and choose a topic. So when you're taking the quiz, all right, you're going to want to just kind of look through the topics and say, all right, here's the question I think I cared the most about. So when you click on polls, it's going to give you all the categories. 55 million people have taken this quiz, and it has saved all the results. So you can scroll all the way through here and find a topic you care deeply about. I'm just going to pick one right here, death penalty. Okay. Do you support the death penalty? All right. 71% of Americans polled do support the death penalty, 29% do not, and then there's some extenuating answers down here. Okay? So what I would need you to do here is the first thing is you would type the question, do you support the death penalty? So on this worksheet, my issue is death penalty. Question, do you support the death penalty? Results. I believe it was 71%. I'm on the wrong page. 71% yes, 29% no. Right. 71% yes, 29% no. Then right here, you will type your response. Which side of the debate do you agree with and why? Write a clear explanation using research to explain to your teacher and classmates your reasons for the stance. At least 5 to 7 sentences. So you're going to need to go beyond just the quiz page. You're going to need to look up Google research, death penalty pros and cons, decide where you stand. You chose the topic, so you must care. All right, so I agree with the 71% that we should have the death penalty. Let's just say that's my response. So I would type my research here. I'm trying to persuade you, my classmates, and my teacher that I am on the right side of this topic. So I type this whole thing out. When I'm all done, I save it, I go back into Schoology, and I submit it here. All right, that should be done by Friday, Saturday at the latest. And then the final thing you need to do is you need to go into the discussion. And this is where we're going to now debate. You're going to copy and paste this worksheet and its contents into the discussion area. So issue, question, right here, and your persuasive explanation. You copy all of this. I hit Control-C, I come back, and I paste it here. And you can expand this to make sure everything's in there. So now it would show my name, my topic, the results, and my persuasive reasoning. I post it. Now I sit back and I wait. If I'm the first person in there, I'm waiting for other people to post theirs. The instructions say you need to interact with at least 5 classmates' debate posts. If this was in our classroom, we would be doing this as a group in a circle. We'd be talking. We'd be taking turns. We can't do that. So I'd like for you to either ask questions if you're confused. I'd like for you to agree with and explain why, or disagree with in a respectful way and also explain why. So you would click comment and you would say, Mr. Kurtz, I agree with you. I also think the death penalty should be used in cases of et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or, Mr. Kurtz, I've read what you've said. I respectfully disagree. I understand your reasonings, but, and then I would explain. All right, you're going to do that 5 times, but you're also going to need to monitor your own post and interact with people that are asking questions or commenting. All right, that should take us through Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That's 3 days of discussion, debate, learning from one another, and then when you're done interacting with as many, 5 or more, that you can, by the end of the day, Monday, then I'll score everything, and I'm going to try to ask questions of everybody as well. All right, so just monitor those debates, and then you are done for the week, and hopefully you've learned more about yourself, more about the topics, the candidates, and everything that goes into why people vote the way they vote. All right, have a wonderful week. Reach out to me if you need help, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the screen. All right, have a great week. Stay safe.